In the silence of a room, when no words are exchanged, a story is still unfolding. It's written in the arch of an eyebrow, the twitch of a lip, the rhythm of a breath. To read people without them knowing is to become a quiet observer, a connoisseur of the subtle, an interpreter of the unsaid. Observation is a forgotten art. In a world saturated with noise, the act of simply watching has become rare. Yet, it is in these moments of quiet observation that we begin to see people as they are. When you step back and resist the urge to fill the silence, you allow the essence of a person to reveal itself. Body language, a universal dialect, speaks louder than any word ever could. A foot pointed towards the door can scream a desire to leave, while crossed arms might whisper discomfort. These non-verbal cues are a language unto themselves, one that can be understood by anyone willing to pay attention. Every being emits an energy, a vibe, that can be felt before a word is spoken. Tune into these subtle waves, and you begin to sense the mood, the truth lying beneath the surface. It is an ancient form of communication, one that bypasses the intellect and speaks directly to the soul. Then there are the micro-expressions, those fleeting glimpses of genuine emotion that cross a face in the blink of an eye. They are honest, involuntary, and often more telling than a prolonged expression. Learn to catch these moments, and you hold a key to the inner world of those around you. Listening beyond the words to the spaces between them can be the most revealing act of all. The tone in which something is said, the pause before a response, the emphasis on a particular word, all these convey meaning far richer than the words themselves. Context is a powerful frame. The environment in which interactions occur shapes behavior significantly. A person in a familiar, comfortable setting will behave differently than in an unfamiliar or stressful one. Recognizing this context allows you to separate the situational from the personal. Empathy and intuition are your greatest tools. They allow you to feel what another feels, to understand not just what they are saying, but why they are saying it. Intuition, that inner knowing, often provides insights that logic cannot. To read people without them knowing is to engage in a dance of awareness. It requires patience, sensitivity, and a deep respect for the complexity of the human experience. It's not about manipulation or control, it's about understanding, about connection. For in understanding others, we often find a deeper understanding of ourselves. In a world overwhelmed by constant chatter and endless distractions, the simple act of observation holds immense power. It is through this quiet, deliberate watching that the true essence of people is revealed. Observation is more than just looking, it is seeing deeply and without judgment. It requires a kind of stillness, a suspension of the mind's habitual tendencies to label, to categorize, to rush to conclusions. When you observe someone, you step outside the noise of your own thoughts and immerse yourself in the nuances of their being. Every movement, every glance, every shift in posture is a part of an intricate dance that tells a story. People are always communicating, even when they are silent. Their body language, the subtle expressions that flicker across their face, the way they hold themselves, these are all clues to what lies beneath the surface. The art of observation is about picking up these clues, about reading between the lines of what is seen and what is felt. It is about becoming attuned to the minute details that most overlook. There is a certain humility required in true observation. It demands that you put aside your assumptions, your preconceived notions about who someone is or what they might be thinking. It asks you to become a witness, a silent presence that does not interfere but simply acknowledges what is there. This kind of observation is not passive, it is a deeply engaged state of awareness. It requires attentiveness and an open heart, a willingness to be surprised, to discover aspects of people that might contradict your initial impressions. When you cultivate the power of observation, you begin to notice things that others miss. The slight hesitation before someone speaks, the way their eyes light up when they talk about something they love, the tension in their shoulders when they are uncomfortable, these are all windows into their inner world. Observation is about seeing beyond the masks that people wear, beyond the roles they play. It is about recognizing the humanity in each person, the struggles, the joys, the fears that make up the tapestry of their lives. Moreover, observation can be a form of connection. When you truly see someone, you validate their existence, their presence in the world. You acknowledge them not just as a figure in your life, but as a unique individual with their own story. This kind of recognition can be deeply healing. It can foster empathy and understanding, bridging gaps that words often fail to close. The power of observation also lies in its ability to teach us about ourselves. In watching others, we often see reflections of our own behaviors, our own emotional responses. It becomes a mirror through which we can examine our own tendencies, our own patterns of interaction. Observation becomes a tool for self-awareness, a way to deepen our understanding of how we relate to the world around us. In essence, the power of observation is the power to be present. It is a reminder that there is always more to see, more to understand, if we are willing to look with fresh eyes. It is an invitation to slow down, to pay attention, to engage with the world in a more meaningful way. Through observation, we become more connected, more compassionate, more aware of the intricate web of relationships that bind us all together. Body language is a silent, universal form of communication that transcends words. It speaks through gestures, postures, and facial expressions, conveying emotions and intentions that might never be voiced. To understand body language as a language in its own right is to tap into a rich, non-verbal dialogue that often tells a more authentic story than spoken words. While words can be manipulated, body language tends to reveal the truth, often betraying feelings that a person might want to hide. Every gesture, no matter how small, carries meaning. A handshake can convey confidence or reluctance. A crossed arm might suggest defensiveness, while a slight lean forward could indicate interest or engagement. These movements, though seemingly mundane, are rich with information for those who know how to interpret them. Body language is an intricate code, a tapestry of signals that, when read correctly, can provide deep insights into what someone is really thinking or feeling. Facial expressions are a key component of this language. The human face is incredibly expressive, capable of conveying a vast array of emotions with just a slight change in muscle tension. A fleeting smile can indicate amusement, while furrowed brows might signal concern or confusion. These micro-expressions, which can last for mere fractions of a second, are particularly telling. They often occur before a person has had time to consciously control their reaction, offering a glimpse into their genuine emotional state. Eye contact, or the lack thereof, is another powerful element of body language. The eyes are often described as the windows to the soul, and for good reason. They can convey confidence, curiosity, fear, or deceit. Sustained eye contact can create a sense of connection and trust, while avoiding eye contact might suggest discomfort or dishonesty. However, the context is important. Cultural differences can influence how eye contact is perceived and used. The way someone positions their body in relation to others also speaks volumes. An open stance, with arms uncrossed and body facing forward, often indicates openness and receptivity. In contrast, a closed stance, with arms folded and body turned away, can signal disinterest or defensiveness. Proximity plays a role too. The distance one maintains can reveal levels of comfort or boundaries. Body language is not always easy to read. It requires careful observation and an understanding of the context in which it occurs. Cultural norms, personal habits, and situational factors all influence how body language is expressed and interpreted. What might be seen as a sign of respect in one culture could be perceived as evasiveness in another. Therefore, sensitivity to these nuances is essential. Moreover, body language is a two-way street. It not only conveys messages to others but also influences how we feel about ourselves. Studies have shown that adopting certain postures can actually affect our emotions. For example, standing in a power pose can increase feelings of confidence, while slouching can contribute to feelings of insecurity. This interplay between body and mind underscores the importance of body language in our daily interactions. In many ways, body language is a more honest form of communication. It reveals the underlying emotions and thoughts that might be concealed by words. By paying attention to body language, you can gain a deeper understanding of those around you, sensing their true feelings and intentions. It's a skill that, once developed, can enhance your interactions, build stronger connections, and allow you to navigate social situations with greater empathy and insight. Understanding body language as a language is about tuning in to the unspoken dialogue that is constantly occurring around us. It's about listening with your eyes, being attuned to the subtleties of human behavior, and recognizing that what is not said can often be more important than what is. In a world where communication is key, mastering the art of body language opens up a new dimension of understanding, allowing you to connect with others on a deeper, more intuitive level. Energy and vibes are often discussed in abstract terms, yet they form a tangible part of human interaction. Every person emits a certain energy, a vibrational frequency that can be felt by those around them. It is an unspoken communication that influences how we perceive and respond to others. Understanding energy and vibes involves tuning into this subtle, often overlooked, dimension of interaction, where emotions and intentions manifest in the form of an aura or presence that extends beyond mere words or actions. When you enter a room, you might immediately sense the atmosphere, even before anyone speaks. It could feel warm and welcoming or tense and uncomfortable. This sensation is the energy of the space, shaped by the vibes of the people within it. Each person contributes to this collective energy, whether consciously or unconsciously, through their emotional state and intentions. A person who is calm and centered tends to emit a soothing energy, while someone who is anxious or angry can project a more turbulent vibe, affecting the entire environment. Tuning into these energies requires a level of sensitivity and openness. It's about being present and aware of not just what is being said or done, but how it feels. This kind of perception goes beyond the physical and delves into the emotional and psychological realms. It's a form of intuition, where you sense something deeper about a person's state of being. The ability to read these energies can provide valuable insights into how someone is truly feeling, regardless of their outward appearance or verbal expressions. Energy can be contagious. Have you ever noticed how spending time with a joyful person can lift your spirits, while being around someone who is negative can drain your energy? This phenomenon occurs because human beings are inherently empathetic. We pick up on and mirror the emotional states of those around us. Being aware of this can help you protect your own energy and choose your interactions wisely. Surrounding yourself with positive, uplifting vibes can enhance your well-being, while recognizing negative energy can help you avoid situations that might deplete you. The energy someone emits is often a reflection of their inner world. Those who are at peace with themselves tend to radiate a calm, grounding presence. On the other hand, unresolved conflicts or suppressed emotions can create a restless or erratic energy. By tuning into these vibes, you can gain a deeper understanding of what might be going on beneath the surface. This is particularly useful in situations where direct communication is limited or when someone is unwilling or unable to express their true feelings. Vibes are also influenced by intention. A person's intentions, whether conscious or subconscious, emit a certain frequency that others can sense. This is why you can often feel when someone is being genuine or when there is an ulterior motive behind their actions. When someone's words and actions are aligned with positive intentions, their energy feels congruent and trustworthy. Conversely, when there is a disconnect between what is being said and the true intent, the energy can feel off, creating a sense of discomfort or mistrust. The key to understanding and interpreting energy and vibes lies in cultivating your own awareness. It requires a quieting of the mind, an opening of the heart, and a willingness to feel rather than just think. It's about becoming attuned to the subtle shifts in energy that occur in your interactions with others. This heightened awareness allows you to navigate relationships with greater insight and empathy, responding not just to the words or actions of others, but to the underlying energy that drives them. Energy and vibes are an integral part of the human experience, influencing our interactions in profound ways. By learning to tune into this silent communication, you can deepen your understanding of others and create more meaningful connections. It's a skill that enriches your perception of the world, allowing you to move through life with greater awareness and sensitivity to the unseen forces that shape our relationships and experiences. Micro-expressions are brief, involuntary facial expressions that reveal a person's true emotions, often occurring in less than half a second. These fleeting displays can provide profound insights into a person's inner feelings, offering a glimpse into emotions they might be trying to hide. Despite their brevity, micro-expressions are incredibly telling, as they occur before a person has the chance to consciously control their facial muscles. Understanding micro-expressions requires a keen eye and an attuned sense of observation. They can flash across the face so quickly that they are easy to miss, but with practice you can learn to identify these subtle cues. Each emotion, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, or contempt, has a corresponding micro-expression that manifests in specific facial muscles. For example, a brief furrowing of the brows can indicate concern or anger, while a fleeting upturn of the lips might suggest a moment of genuine happiness. The significance of micro-expressions lies in their authenticity. Unlike words, which can be crafted and manipulated, or even general body language, which can be controlled with some effort, micro-expressions are almost impossible to fake or suppress completely. They emerge from the subconscious, offering a raw, unfiltered view into someone's emotional state. This makes them a powerful tool in understanding the true feelings of those around you, particularly in situations where open communication is limited or where trust is yet to be established. In social interactions, being able to read micro-expressions can enhance your ability to empathize and connect with others. By recognizing a flash of sadness in someone's eyes or a momentary grimace of discomfort, you can respond more appropriately to their emotional state. This skill is especially valuable in settings that require emotional intelligence, such as negotiations, counseling, or leadership roles, where understanding the unspoken emotions of others can guide more effective communication and decision-making. Micro-expressions can also serve as an early warning system in interpersonal relationships. They can alert you to underlying tensions or conflicts that might not yet be verbally acknowledged. For instance, a quick flicker of anger or contempt can signal unresolved issues that, if left unaddressed, might lead to larger disputes. By catching these subtle signals early, you can address potential problems before they escalate, fostering healthier and more transparent relationships. Training yourself to notice micro-expressions involves slowing down your perception of interactions and focusing on the nuances of facial expressions. It's about being present and observant, paying attention to the small, often overlooked details of how someone's face moves. This practice can be honed through deliberate observation, watching interactions closely, and even using tools like video playback to study expressions frame by frame. It's important to note that while micro-expressions can reveal a lot, they are just one piece of the puzzle. Context matters greatly. A micro-expression of fear might indicate a reaction to an immediate threat or simply a response to an unexpected situation. Similarly, a flash of anger could be related to the present conversation or triggered by an unrelated thought. Therefore, interpreting micro-expressions should always be done in conjunction with other cues, such as body language, tone of voice, and situational context. Understanding micro-expressions also involves a degree of sensitivity. It's not about using this knowledge to manipulate or control others, but to foster deeper empathy and understanding. When you become adept at reading these subtle emotional cues, you gain a richer, more nuanced perspective of the people you interact with. This insight allows you to respond with greater compassion and awareness, creating stronger, more authentic connections. Ultimately, micro-expressions remind us of the complexity of human emotions. They highlight the layers of feelings that exist beneath the surface of our daily interactions, urging us to look beyond the obvious and explore the depth of what it means to connect with others. By paying attention to these fleeting signals, we open ourselves to a more profound understanding of the human experience, where every moment, however brief, holds the potential for deeper connection and insight. Listening beyond words is a profound practice that involves hearing not just what is spoken, but also what is left unsaid. It's an art of tuning into the emotional undercurrents, the pauses, the intonation, and the energy behind the words. In a world where conversations are often dominated by the need to respond or be heard, the ability to truly listen is both rare and transformative. It allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, fostering empathy, understanding, and genuine connection. When someone speaks, their words are only one part of the message. The tone of voice, the pace of their speech, and the moments of silence all convey additional layers of meaning. A trembling voice might reveal fear or vulnerability, while a hurried pace could suggest anxiety or excitement. These nuances provide context that can completely change the interpretation of the words themselves. Listening beyond words involves being attuned to these subtleties, allowing you to grasp the full scope of what someone is trying to communicate. Silence is particularly telling. It often speaks louder than words, offering a space where emotions can surface and be felt. A pause might indicate hesitation, a struggle to find the right words, or the weight of an unspoken truth. By embracing these silences rather than rushing to fill them, you create a space where deeper truths can emerge. It's in these moments that people often reveal their innermost thoughts and feelings, even without speaking. Body language is another crucial component of listening beyond words. A person's posture, facial expressions, and gestures all contribute to the narrative they are sharing. For example, someone might say they are fine, but their slumped shoulders and downcast eyes tell a different story. By observing these physical cues, you can gain a more accurate understanding of their emotional state. This holistic approach to listening involves using all your senses to engage with the speaker fully. Empathy plays a central role in listening beyond words. It requires putting yourself in the other person's shoes, feeling what they feel, and seeing the world from their perspective. This kind of listening is not about solving problems or offering advice, it's about being present with someone in their experience. It's about validating their feelings and showing that you are there with them in whatever they are going through. This deep level of listening can be incredibly healing, as it makes people feel seen, heard, and understood. Listening beyond words also involves paying attention to what is not being said. Sometimes the most important part of a conversation is the thing that is left unsaid, the fear that goes unvoiced, the desire that remains hidden. These omissions can speak volumes about a person's true feelings and motivations. By being sensitive to these gaps, you can gently encourage others to share more or offer support in a way that feels safe and non-judgmental. In our fast-paced world, where conversations often happen in quick bursts and multitasking is the norm, listening beyond words requires a conscious effort to slow down and be present. It's about giving someone your full attention, free from distractions. This kind of presence is a gift, as it shows that you value the person and their story. It creates a space of trust where honest and meaningful dialogue can occur. Listening beyond words is not just about understanding others, it's also about deepening your own awareness. It teaches you to be more mindful of your reactions and to notice how your own emotions and thoughts influence the way you listen. This self-awareness enhances your ability to connect with others, as it allows you to listen with greater clarity and compassion. Ultimately, listening beyond words is a practice of the heart as much as the ears. It's about opening yourself to the full spectrum of human expression, recognizing that communication is a complex tapestry woven from more than just words. By mastering this art, you can enrich your relationships, foster deeper connections, and navigate the intricate dance of human interaction with grace and empathy. Environmental context is a vital yet often overlooked element in understanding human behavior and communication. It refers to the setting in which interactions occur, encompassing the physical, social, and cultural surroundings that shape how people express themselves and respond to others. By paying attention to the environmental context, you can gain deeper insights into the motivations, emotions, and intentions behind someone's actions and words, allowing for a more nuanced and accurate interpretation of their behavior. Every interaction takes place within a specific environment that influences how people behave. The physical setting, whether it's a crowded room, a quiet park, or a formal office, plays a significant role in shaping communication. In a bustling, noisy environment, people might speak louder, rush their words, or exhibit signs of distraction. In contrast, a serene setting can encourage more reflective and intimate conversations. The surroundings